So in 2008, when the financial collapse was upon us, Marvyn and other people sat down and said, we need to be able to argue for a good jobs economy. And not necessarily one like the old one, but in fact a good jobs for all economy. And he helped draft a declaration that went to a summit of over 1,000 people at the convention center, signed by David Miller, who was the mayor of the day, and many others, that framed the concepts of what a good job for all economy would actually look like. And it has many of the same elements that are being talked about today in this conference, of the social commons, of rights-based collective rights for ordinary people, and the quality of work that every Canadian would want to have.
I think to answer that question, I have to step back and say how I knew Marvyn in the beginning. And so when he came to the James community in 1979, it was to learn. It was to listen and to learn of what was going on in our community at that time. And I think when Marvyn then got inspired to do the suburbs in transition, and when I think about all the work that he's taken from there, and that if he were sitting in this room today, he might be saying, oh my goodness, look at how this is being advanced. I mean, Marvyn was brilliant. He was a very special man. And I think he would also be sitting here chuckling and saying, oh, there's a whole lot of special people here now, and isn't this wonderful that they could carry on the work that's being done. He knew, as well as all of us, that the work is not done. And I think he remains an inspiration to us all to continue the work to make this world a better place.
Well, Marvyn and I were discussing essentially comments that 10 or 12 years ago. Marvyn was the chair of this foundation committee. And he contributed, I think he was really excited about that. Because at the end of the day, he's put together some deep conceptual work that was a trailblazer. Congratulate him and the wider group for doing that to him.
Marvyn would have loved the day. I think he would have loved the diversity of people in the room, the lively conversations, and I think he'd especially enjoyed the last panel of the younger people and their optimism about the future, and yet their tough knowledge of the realities that we face. So it was a great day, and he would have thoroughly enjoyed himself.
I think he would have been impressed. I think he would have seen it as a further development. And I think he might have ended by telling us to be impatient, to move quickly, and not to forget that there are enemies out there.
And I actually have known Marvyn since the late 70s, but worked most closely with him as the national coordinator of Campaign 2000 from about 1998 to 2015. And I think he would have been proud of the quality of the discussion, the probing questions, some of the skepticism, some of the optimism, and probably along with us, the encouragement of those enthusiastic younger voices. So, I'm sorry he wasn't here and he would have enjoyed it.
I've known Marvyn for a long time and I really enjoyed him, and I really wish that he were in the room today. And I'm sure he would be very pleased to see all the conversations, all the innovative ideas, all the great dialogues and debates being discussed, being shared today. And I think he would be more than pleased.
That's great.
And I really enjoyed the sessions as well.
You did? Okay.
Yes, I did.
We'll keep that in.